Hey folks, Sean Weeder here with Widest Marine, and we've got one of the brand new Skeeter 2021 ZXR21s, one of the first ones on the lot. This, folks, is a real simple boat, all white with a little bit of black, and a little bit of black in the seats. Hot looking boat, but I want to kind of go through this video and point out some of the features, what's new about the ZXR, but also what makes a Skeeter, and what are some of the unique characteristics that it has that may make you want to consider one if you're not already a Skeeter person. So first things first is, well, for 2021, Skeeter has redesigned the battery compartment, and I believe that this is going to be well appreciated by us dealers that do a lot of custom rigging, because we're going to have a lot more access in there than ever. But it's very easy to get to all your batteries, and you know, some of the custom rigs we're doing nowadays, we're even adding additional batteries to the boats. It makes it nice. But while we're in the back, I want to talk about the Sponsons, which is kind of one of the telltale signs of a Skeeter. So what do the Sponsons do? Well, the first thing that a Sponson does is, in the back of this boat, we have all the weight. We've got big batteries, we've got big 4-stroke show engine on the back of it, 1 power pole. Many folks will opt for 2 power poles, so we're putting all this weight in the back of the boat. This gives us buoyancy when we're at rest, okay? So, you know, if you got a co-angler in the back of your boat that looks like me, and he's got a name like Bubba or Tiny or something about like that, he probably isn't Tiny, and he's back there romping around doing his flip, you know, making a bunch of motion in the water, well, that does make that boat very stable. And that's why when you're flipping on the front deck of a Skeeter, it's one of the most stable boats. The other thing is, it helps that rear float shallow. Now, this is a 21-foot 4-inch boat, but from someone that grows up into this part of the country and fishes around here, we fish shallow water. A lot of time my boat's in a foot of water, and a Skeeter, I feel, is probably one of the best boats to come through shallow cover, standing timber, and float through that because of these sponsons. The last thing that it does is, when you start to generate speed, when you're getting ready to get on plane, okay, and water travels along this surface and it comes back here, it pops up when you're getting ready to go. And that's one of the reasons, combined with that big 4-stroke, is why a Skeeter gets on plane so quick. So going forward, you know, we've got a little deeper compartments, and you can see that in some of our other videos. We've got a redesigned seat for 2021 with these grab handles. This is the same seat that basically is in the FXR now. Really, really nice, very ergonomic. I think Skeeter does seats better than anybody. They always have. They always have the best ergonomics, where you can put the weight of your body on your thighs, push your back in there, keeps you very secure in rough water, okay? Humminbird, Helix 12, Mega, okay, SI, standard. Of course, Widest Marine's a custom shop, okay? We can do custom rigging, but honestly, it's great graphs, and it's gonna do 90% of people. Front deck, we've got the Team Advantage deck, and if you watch our other ZXR21 video, I get up in that sucker and I show you exactly what the Team Advantage deck is all about. But I still want to talk a little bit more about what makes a Skeeter a Skeeter. Now, if you'll get down in the very front of the boat, and I want you to look at the gull wing hull concept. We've added quite a bit of dead rise to the hull this year, okay? This boat rides, number one, it's almost a foot bigger than the previous generation ZX250, but besides that, it's a lot deeper V than we had before. And you'll see the way Skeeter's massive gull wing hull, that deep V absorbs and acts as a knife to cut through the water. But once you cut that water, you've got to transfer that energy somewhere. This gull wing takes the water, throws it down and away from you, keeps you in a nice dry ride, okay? These boats do unbelievable on Great Lakes and some of the rough water systems, all right? Now, the other thing that we notice with a Skeeter, and we can kind of see at this angle, is the widest point of the boat is at the console, okay? So what I mean by that is the boat curves from front to the back, and we have a massive bow flare that gives you one of the largest front decks in the business, okay? It seems like every video I'm doing, I'm saying largest front deck. Well, I now think the ZXR and the FXR may have the biggest deck, and they've got a little different shape here. If you'll notice, this is not a conventional bow point. It's kind of a triangular type bow, very reminiscent of the old Skeeter Wranglers, okay? So that gives you a little bit more of that bow forward design. But we talk about curvature, and I mentioned that the boat curves from the back to the front. We'll also notice that the whole gunnels are curved. We don't have a lot of real straight surfaces. So this is all curved here. This is all curved, okay? Now, if you study any kind of architect, you know, as far as bridges, okay? Bridges are always built with an arch. Why is a bridge built with an arch? Well, I can take this business card here. It's made out of, you know, it's not even, we don't even get the expensive ones here at Widest Marine. It's just paper, you know what I'm saying? But you take this is flimsy. It's got no rigidity to it at all. As soon as I put a little bit of a bend in that card or make an arch, that's now stiff, okay? So what you can do by having this constant curvature principle is you make a hull that is stronger. It is more able to take impacts, you know, and you're bouncing around, you're fishing in timbered waters, okay? That's a design principle that Skeeter's had for many, many years, constant curvature. The sponsons on the back. What's at the heart of a Skeeter boat? Okay, my first bass boat was a Skeeter boat back in the early 90s. What did I fall in love with? I fell in love with that big front deck and these low gunnels, okay? I'm a flipper, I'm a pitcher, square biller, frogger. Doesn't matter what kind of tool you're using, but if you're in shallow water, making accurate casts is important. And to me, being in an aggressive stance and being close to the bow. That trolling motor pedal in a Skeeter is closer to the bow of the boat than many of the competitive brands. That being close in the front of the boat, having those low gunnels, that's what makes Skeeter fish so good, okay? Beyond the comfort, the dry ride, fishing good, standing on that trolling motor, this is one of the best boats out here. Now, ZXR comes at a great price point. Skeeter has a great nationally advertised price on this boat. It's going to be hard to beat for the equipment that it comes with it if you're out there shopping. The only problem I anticipate with these is I don't think there's going to be a lot of them out there. Now, I've got a bunch of them on order, and as you watch this video, you might be watching this video 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months from now. I want to remind you, if you don't see the Skeeter that you want at Widest Marine online, you need to call us, because we may have it, it may be coming in, or we can custom order you one, okay? We want to encourage you to get the color you want. So if I don't have it, we can get it, right? Widest Marine has been a leader in boat sales for years. We offer trades. All the folks here fish, the service manager, parts manager, all the salesmen are tournament fishermen. We understand your needs as a bass boater, and we really want to have you give Widest Marine a shot if you're looking for a new Skeeter boat. But back to the boat itself, wonderful model. Skeeter's outdone themselves to bring a very, very well-equipped bass boat at a reasonable price. And Widest Marine will be your home for Skeeter boats. Give us a call at 859-647-BOAT. Check us out at widestmarine.com.